Production shoots for movies and TV shows can have so many different things go wrong. There's so many different obstacles that can arise. Probably none can be more difficult than having one of your actors die in the middle of your production. It happens. People are human. Humans die. And it's very unfortunate, especially when they haven't finished shooting all of their scenes. One of my favorite examples of this is in the Matrix sequels, where between movies 2 and 3, the actor who's playing the Oracle passed away.
Who are you? I'm the Oracle.
You know, they're in the simulation, so they can say, oh, they just modeled her differently. That works for the Matrix, but it doesn't work for the Sopranos, because as far as I know, they're not in a simulation. Although Cypher is here with them, so I'm not 100% on that. Today, we're going to be talking about another one of the Sopranos' most infamous edits. On my last video, I talked about my personal favorite infamous edit from The Sopranos, which was the Carmela freeze frame edit. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. It was a fun video. Today we're going to have more fun because we're talking about the other most infamous Sopranos edit, which is CGI Livia Soprano head cutout scene from season 3. So before I get into the deep dive and analysis and explanation of what's going on here, let's let the clip speak for itself. Check this out.
What did you tell them when you were in the lockup?
Whoa, what did I do?
This is important. They're trying to build a RICO case against me. What are you going to say if they put you on a witness stand? Because the only reason they let you go is to get your cooperation.
Yeah, it looks interesting, huh? Bit of that uncanny valley effect going on. If you don't know what's going on here, let me just give you a quick background. Tony gave his mom these plane tickets that he stole from Dave Scatino's outdoor store. Then she gets caught at the airport with the stolen tickets, and the planned arc for season 3 was that eventually this was going to go to trial and Tony's mom was going to end up testifying against him in court. But the actress who played Tony's mom passed away between seasons 2 and 3, which is a shame. She's a very good actress. Probably if this was any other show with lazier writers and creators, they would have just, like a soap opera, said she died off camera and oh well, and never see her again. I want to make clear that the intention of this video is not just to trash this edit. I don't like just being negative. Considering that this was 2001, this doesn't look bad. It's kind of always going to have that uncanny valley effect when you're taking another person's head and superimposing it on another person's body and just having them mimic their motions. It's going to look weird no matter what you do. It kind of predates or signals to the future of visual effects how they have all the de-aging stuff now. I mean, honestly, this looks a little better than that Luke Skywalker stuff or like Grand Moff Tarkin from Rogue One. The company was called Rhinoceros Visual FX and Design. I read that it took a staff of 4 people about 2 weeks just to do this scene. And it cost HBO about $250,000. And the visual effects company actually gave HBO a reduced price for this in hopes of getting publicity from working on The Sopranos. And, well, we're still talking about them, so. Wonder what became of that company, Rhino Visual Effects and Design. Let's see. Oh, it looks like they got a Twitter. And Twitter's not very active. Let's go to that link. Oh, okay. The website's not around. They got another link, but oh, it's not active. You can buy that domain name. Let me keep searching. I wonder what happened to these people. Oh. All right. They're no longer a company. They went bankrupt. You can see the New York court bankruptcy hearings for this company. Maybe this scene had to do with that. I really don't know. Well, how did they achieve this visual masterpiece? Sitting there in the chair, that actress, that is not the actress who plays Tony's mom. She has passed away. That is another old lady actress that they gave her Livia's dress, her schmata, her whatever, and she mimicked her hand gestures from the neck up. It's not Livia. Well, I mean, the whole body is not Livia, I guess. They took Livia's face, just her head, from previous episodes and cut it out and superimposed it over this other actress's body. All the lines that CGI Livia is saying come from episodes in the first 2 seasons of The Sopranos, back when, she was alive. So some of these are direct lines just copied and pasted right onto the scene here. It's the same angle, the same take. It's the same thing. And here you can see I just selected my 5 favorite worst examples from this. They all look pretty interesting. The lighting is very inconsistent. And it's understandable because these were taken from different scenes. An episode here, an episode there. The lighting's going to be different in all of them. The color temperature of Livia's face, it's shot in different rooms. It's not in that room that this scene is taking place. The windows are here. All the lighting should be coming in from that angle. When we look at Tony, the lighting on him is coming from where the windows are. Should be the same with his mom, but it's not. There it's on her left side, there it's kind of in the center. Now there's one or two where it's on the right. Of those 17 Livia shots, to me there are only 5 examples where the lighting is coming from the right direction, where the ambient light from the outside windows are. So here I picked out 5 examples where I think the lighting looks best on her face. You know, it's really about the placement of the shadows on her face. Besides the lighting, another big obvious reason that these shots look very weird when you put them back to back is that her hairstyle changes from shot to shot. And here we have 5 shots where the hair is parted on her left. And here we have 5 shots where the hair is parted on her right. And then here we have some shots where her hair is more or less straight back, not really parted too hard to one side or the other. And it just looks really weird when you put them one after the other next to each other, because this is supposed to be the same scene, the same 2-minute span of time, and her hair switches like 17 times. Me, being the crazy obsessive person that I am, went through every single scene that Livia Soprano was in from the first 2 seasons of the show, and I really carefully watched to see which scenes they took these CGI Livia lines from. Some I found the exact lines from, and some I found were outtakes. That line, "out of sight, out of mind," comes from the season 1 episode Meadowlands. Listen to how she reads that line in the original episode.
Out of sight, out of mind. Out of sight, out of mind.
Okay, now listen to how she reads it in the season 3 episode.
Out of sight, out of mind. Out of sight, out of mind.
It's the same line, different take of that line. That's pretty cool. Also, from that same scene in the same season 1 episode, I found another.
I wish the Lord would take me now. I wish the Lord would take me now.
Now let's hear how that is in the CGI scene.
I wish the Lord would take me now. I wish the Lord would take me now.
Same line, same scene, but probably a different take of that line. Okay, here's another example from the season 1 episode called Nobody Knows Anything.
Oh, me? What did I do? Oh, me? What did I do?
Now let's hear it in the CGI scene.
Whoa, what did I do? Whoa, what did I do?
Same scene, same line, different take. Let's check out another.
What's wrong? Tell me. What's wrong? Tell me.
Now let's hear how that appeared in the CGI scene.
What's wrong? Tell me.
This one has a really interesting detail. If you'll notice in the original season 1 episode, she's folding a newspaper and putting it down as she's talking to Junior and saying this. And if you listen, there's the audio of the newspaper crinkling.
What's wrong? Tell me. What's wrong? Tell me.
So in the CGI scene, you can see Tony putting down this paper bag here.
What's wrong? Tell me.
Here he's dropped the bag. The bag's jiggling when it hit the floor. Pretty much stopped jiggling by this point. The bag shouldn't be making crinkling noises. But because this audio, this dialogue of Livia's was taken from the previous episode where she was crumpling the newspaper, we can still hear, if you listen carefully, the crinkling of the newspaper. Check it out.
What's wrong? Tell me. What's wrong? Tell me.
That's so crazy, man. I love stuff like that. It's so interesting. So these are the 2 coolest ones to me. I found 2 examples also from the season 1 episode Nobody Knows Anything, where they took the exact take, the exact line of dialogue, and just copied and pasted it onto the CGI Livia scene.
I don't like that kind of talk. Now just stop it. It upsets me.
All right, now here it is in the CGI scene.
I don't like that kind of talk. Now just stop it. It upsets me. I don't like that kind of talk. Now just stop it. It upsets me.
So also from that same scene in the season 1 episode Nobody Knows Anything, we have this line.
I suppose I should have just kept my mouth shut, like a mute.
So they just used the last part of that, like a mute, for the CGI scene.
Like a mute. Like a mute.
These visual effects artists were doing the best they could with the technology they had at the time. Right now, it's over 2 decades later, it's 2024. Technology has certainly improved, especially in the visual effects field. I took the lines, what did I do, and now just stop it, it upsets me. Those 2 I went and grabbed from the original episodes, and I'm going to use basically the same techniques they were using, but with the advantage of over 2 decades of technological improvement. I took those to visuals. I exported just those lines. I brought them into After Effects, and I'm using what's called the Roto Brush tool. You ever cut something out in Photoshop? It's basically like that, but it's for video clips, for moving images. And you see, I draw her out, I go in, I refine it. You got to do a lot of tweaking of this stuff. And once you have the cutout, the mask of her head that you're happy with, you go back and adjust the settings, because the real important parts of this is the borders, where the cutout ends, because that's how it's going to blend with the rest of the frame. And keep in mind that back in 2001, this took a team of 4 people, 2 weeks, and cost HBO $250,000. Whereas what I'm about to show you took one idiot 5 minutes and $0. So considering that, it's not 100% perfect, but check it out.
Now just stop it. It upsets me. Now just stop it. It upsets me. Now just stop it. It upsets me.
We can have 2 Livias talking at once like that.
Now just stop it. It upsets me.
Why not 3?
Now just stop it. It upsets me.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect, but it looks pretty good considering I literally just took one swing at this and brought it back into Premiere here. So the other example I tried is the who, what did I do line, and I did the same technique, brought that into After Effects. I did a quick and dirty little cutout of her head, tried to refine the mask best I could. I adjusted the settings, brought it back in, and let's see my second attempt.
What did I do? What did I do? What did I do?
So this doesn't look as clear, and part of that is because in the original episode you can see she's smaller. She's farther away from the camera, so her head is smaller. That's all I have to work with because I'm not from HBO, I'm not part of the production crew. I don't have access to any other of that footage where maybe she would have been closer. Probably if I really wanted, give me a solid day of working on this and I could have it looking pretty good. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I don't care that much. Well, that's it for today. If you stuck around this long, thank you. I really appreciate it. I just want to make a quick little fun video talking about another one of my favorite strange, infamous edits. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.